Oh gosh, everybody know a smart man. Everybody know a smart man. And this smart man, written by Richard Raj-Kumar, aka Chromatics, is humorous, clever, at times scalding. Is a calypso, packaged in a kind of rapso style. Chromatics carefully details tricky lifestyles by creating a character who engages in several professions steeped in spurious activity. Where's the poetry in Land of the Smart Man by Chromatics? All you know, before we jump into any poetry, subscribe now. Oh gosh, I try and reach 2,000. There we go. Now I know this song mightn't be the general cup of tea for most, but take a listen to this song and then take a second listen, and by the second one you'll be like, wait now, well, that guy's probably a smart man too. And that is what good art does. It walks us happily to the point where we could reveal our flaws in the hope that we change, or maybe laugh and just continue doing the same thing. Hardness. Irony and clever puns are at the core of humor, and these techniques are effectively used in Land of the Smart Man. A tricky-dadian is a nice play on the word Trinidadian, and we know that that particular term has been part of our culture for some time, as we Trinis could be very, very smart. And it is presented here in a smart-mouthed calypso, and you all will see why I call it smart-mouthed as time goes by. Verse 1 introduces the taxi driver who always saying, want to go, want to go, want to go. Yet the irony is revealed when the person sit down in the car and the man still saying want to go, and everybody experience that. And you see, when a calypso could really draw on shared experiences of the community, that is when you know it's hitting. He then jumped to the mechanics. You go to the mechanic with your car, you bring it with one issue, you go back with 6. That is irony, because a mechanic kind of expects to fix your problems, not cause you more problems in return, but he causing you problems for you to return. In verse 2, we get some very humorous imagery. The real funny one I find was the plumber fixing a pipe with 2 sticks of winter fresh string gum. Like, come on, man. Come on! Of course, that is what humor is. It's exaggeration, but it is also, in this case, intensified by the rhyming couplets, right? That is when you have the rhyming word at the end of 2 successive lines. Chromatics, ever so skillful at rhyme, uses what is called a near rhyme with the words best and fresh. Now, they do not rhyme perfectly, but because of the similar vowel sound, that is called assonance, by the way, they correlate and sound great. The humor continues with the outlandish behavior of the tricky-dadian. He's selling a man a size 6 Clarks when his foot was at 10. Also, like the use of the word crep, it kind of have a nostalgic feel of the crep sole Clarks, you don't know. But at this point, we start to recognize how Chromatics starts to dissect actual incidents in Trinidad and Tobago's recent history. So this is when the calypso started to hit the social issues. He talked about the susu. All you remember when all your flowers used to blossom? All you remember that? That is directly compared to a pyramid scheme. He said the smart man start a pyramid scheme and call it a susu. That is a nice way to place the metaphor. Tithing, like bring your tithes and offerings into the storehouse, is also correlated with the embellishment of the lifestyle of the pastor. The pastor getting rich and drive off in his Benz, right? And then he continues an even more scathing critique in verse 3. Government workers who don't show up for their job but make themselves very present on timesheets. He is a smart man, right? Now, but the final part of the verse now, he started again to contractors who take in government contract, paid a lot, but the supplies don't really equate to the amount of money they're receiving. And he had a nice metaphor of the donkey. Of course, that donkey is symbolic of other things, like you take we for donkey, or when you do that, you taking us for a donkey. But the greatest reveal of all, and I think the song had a real nice build up and a bam, a reveal, when the smart man's greatest desire is to be a politician. Now, what is he saying here? He's saying that eventually a smart man will be invited to join a political organization, because as a politician, like, you are the ultimate level of smart mandom. You're the king of the smart man kingdom. And that is why I think this piece was clever. excellent social commentary. Chromatics cleverly builds the narrative of conniving activity and is bold in illustrating that every sector of society plays their role in underhandedness. So it's from the taxi driver straight to the politician, and as such, by the end of the song, we see our own actions almost equivalent to the actions of politicians that we lambaste so much, allowing us to reflect on the question, would I have done the same given the opportunity? And maybe the answer is yes. This telling, narrative and social commentary gets a 9 out of 10 on the poetry scale. There's the poetry in Land of the Smartman by Chromatics.